camera on. See something. Okay, cool. Yo, what up?
So that's how you do the shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can send. I can send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's good though? What's good? What's good? What's shaking?
just chilling, sitting out here smoking this cigar.
Okay.
So yeah, what was
Yeah.
we? What was? So what was we just talking about? Let's continue that conversation.
Oh nah, we was what was we saying? We was talking about the fuck was we talking about? I had it in my mind too. Um the fuck was we talking about? I done forgot already.
The chills, the just being on the chill shit.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
out
yeah.
here.
Nah, nah. Yeah, nah. That's what I'm talking about. Like just being on vacation, man. Like vacation is not, work. It's supposed to be enjoyment, relaxation. It ain't supposed to be all about, you know, just running the streets all day, especially where you at. You know what I'm saying? Running the Parque Yeris and all, spending the whole day there, spending all your bread in Parque Yeris. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now
Shoot.
my man just decided to call me while we on the live.
How about that?
Yeah.
Shoot. So you out there? So you out there for another? How,
Yeah. Something like that.
okay. Yeah. Nah. That's what's up. Yeah. You be on some chill shit. You ain't got to rip and run.
I'm not.
Shit.
Not. Especially the way this rain came down today, really just on some chill shit, some cool out shit. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit
Word.
that like button.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's
like I said, we just came from Sweet Georgia Cafe, and we left from that shit. It started pouring down fucking rain. So I came back over here. They cleaning the room and shit. So I'm just out here. I'm just out here on the balcony.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, man. Nah. I got to get to that Sweet Georgia Cafe.
saying? Yo, that's the best fucking chicken wings. Many times I done came out to Medellin. Yo, they got the best fucking chicken wings I ever had out here. Word.
Uh.
And that's his ex-wife. She Colombian. So she running that shit. And they cooking
Yeah.
that food. Them Colombians, they cooking that food the way we like it. Proper seasoning,
Yeah. Cause
all
she
that shit.
she said she learned. She learned. I think from. I don't know if she was dealing with the guy or what have you, but she learned from the guy.
Yeah, well, she was married to him.
Yeah.
Bird.
Did they split? They
Yeah,
split and
yeah, yeah.
he. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got divorced. But he had the one location here in El Poblado, and then they
Right.
opened up the other location in Larelis, and they split up. They got divorced and all that shit, and she just kept it. She kept it. He gave her that spot. She
Yeah.
upgraded it, and he closed down the other one. And he said he out in Brazil somewhere now. What up,
Okay.
Jamies? Jamies, uh, Toad's age '06. Never seen you before, but salute to you. Um, Nathaniel Real, he in the building. All right.
Salute. Salute.
All right.
Oh yeah. I know what we was chopping it up about. We was chopping it about later in the year trips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now I was just saying. A matter of fact, now I remember. I was just saying we gonna get that East Asia in there. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? And it ain't, huh?
you go ahead talk about that.
Nah, I'm saying like Well, you know the real reason why I want to go. I want to go because I'm not fascinated with Thailand. You know what I'm saying? I want to visit Thailand for other purposes that I know is there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to visit the elephant sanctuary. I want to visit some of the monuments. You know what I'm saying? Some of the Buddha monuments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see the beaches. I heard that the beaches in I think it's Phuket. They have some beautiful beaches. They have an actual like trip where you on a boat and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I want to do all that. Like I'm gonna save all the recreational activity for the end of my time there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But my real reason to go to the east, because I'm on that medical tourism trip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to check that out. And then to end that off, I want to go to Da Nang, Vietnam. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Da Nang is probably going to be that next step to Thailand. When once everybody stop going to Thailand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely on the menu later in the year. It was actually supposed to be early on, but it was just going to be Da Nang in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
So I think out of that trip, I should get maybe three or four. It's either 3 or 4 countries in that trip.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What's up with Petronio? Are you aiming for it?
Yes. Because
Okay.
this is my last trip for a while. I'm gonna push that Brazil trip. I'm gonna push that back to like September or October.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stack
Yeah.
up a little bit of bread. I'm gonna do this family reunion cruise, and then hit Catronio Alvarez Festival. That'll be for a weekend. If I do anything before the before the family reunion cruise, that's in July. If I do anything
Yeah.
before that, I might fuck with V Swells and smoking them for Memorial Day weekend in CTG, but I doubt that. We'll
I
see. We'll see.
mean,
It
for
depends on
me,
it depends on how I feel. If I do it, like I said, it's just gonna be quick in and out. Cause Cartagena,
yeah.
I done about had not had enough of Cartagena, but I can lay off of it for a little while.
Right. See, I ain't never been there, so I don't. If I did pop up on that weekend, it would be because that's leading into my birthday. But you already know the plans I got for my birthday. Not for YouTube, but so I'm basically if I do pop up over there, I'll probably go from like Thursday to maybe Sunday, and
Mm-hmm.
then come back and then make that other trip and
Right.
whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that I need a week over there because to me it's just simplicity.
Right.
Enjoy the joint, party with the C3 team,
Yeah.
and then break out.
Because the only shit that I haven't done in Cartagena is the boat ride shit
Right.
over,
Okay.
over there to the islands.
Yeah.
So if they set that shit up, and I'm gonna holler at them, I know they live right now. If they set
Yeah.
that shit up, then I'll fuck with that boat shit over there to the islands. And the cat that I was telling you, the dude from Canada that I just
Right.
met over at Sweet Georgia Cafe,
Okay.
he was talking about he was like, yo, you did Guatapé yet? I was like, nah.
Yo, you
He
got
was
to
like,
do
yo,
it.
yeah. And he said, yo, you could get a hotel room there, stay there for the night.
Yeah, because that's a whole day trip.
Okay.
That's because okay, there's 2 ways to get over there. You could make it exciting and take the boat, or you could take a cab or whatever over there. But you know, a lot of people say that the boat, taking the boat over there is better. You
Mm,
just got to be careful with your belongings, because some people that took the boat, they ended up either leaving their shit or somebody got them. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I'm assuming that somebody got them as they brought somebody with them that they ain't had no business bringing with them. But
right.
yeah, once you, because the last time I was there, my homegirl and the other chick that I was messing with for a little bit, they was out there with me and Noose, and
Mm-hmm.
what you call it, they did Guatapé,
Right.
but they didn't make it all the way to the top. They
Right.
they they got to about maybe 400 steps, and they was like, hell no, nah, we going back. But
Yeah.
they was out there all day. I heard that's an all day trip.
Right. Shout out to Rolando
So
G. Shout out 215. Shout out Ellis Durrell. Nah, I'm still in Colombia, Ellis. I'm here for 10 more days.
yeah,
It was pouring down rain. We went to Sweet Georgia Cafe after we ate lunch and everything. It started pouring down rain, and I came back to the crib. I came back and they cleaned my room right now. The maid service and everything in there cleaning the room.
yeah. So what's the climate like out there? Like what's going on out there?
It's some chill shit, as far as I'm concerned. Like we already spoke. I'm trying to find some different shit out. Like I said, Kaye 70 in Laurellis. Um, I want to go over to Envigado, check it out over there. And I was talking to another dude over in Sweet Georgia, and he was like, "Yeah, just come out here, walk around." He said, "Yo, don't fuck with the." He said, "Don't fuck with the shit that you see online trying to find an apartment." He was like, "Yo, just like you walk around, you see them numbers on the building, just call the numbers and see what they talking about."
Matter of fact, that's a good segue.
Yeah,
Gotta,
because
you gotta,
he said them online shits they gonna gringo price you.
yeah, you gotta stop fucking with the online people. You
Yeah.
gotta stop fucking with the YouTubers.
Ha, ha.
You know what I'm saying? Because the YouTubers is gonna tell you one thing, and it's not that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You gotta do your own research. Yeah, they might have one leg up because they might have one leg up because of the simple fact that they there. But a lot of people don't realize that a lot of these expats, they don't like. You got to know somebody that really lived there.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't on YouTube
Right. Hold on,
because
hold
they
on,
can.
hold on. Shout
Yeah,
out to King H. Shout out to King H for the $10 super chat. Salute to the channel, chat, and the OG Davis. Future chat was funny as fuck last night. Yeah, I had to come over there and cook them fucking truckers and tell them the real deal. And I didn't disclose everything because you know what I'm saying. I wanted to get off. I wanted to say what I wanted to say on that live. Had I disclosed the other shit that allegedly happened down in DR, Future would have kicked me off the panel.
right. Salute
But
the King H. Yo,
I
yo.
really, I really wanted to go there, but I said, let me chill and let these motherfuckers know because the chat was telling them everything anyway. And I guess they
Yeah,
still don't believe it. Well, it is what it is.
yeah. So salute the King H. Yo, King H. I was knocked out when you sent me that text, bro. I ain't see that text till this morning, man. But salute to you, man. You're a real one, for real, for real. Shoot, yeah, man. But yeah, like we were saying, man. Don't don't listen to don't believe everything that you see on YouTube. You know what I'm
I'm trying to,
saying,
I'm trying to, I'm trying to remember the shit that fucking that whatchamacallit said. What's his name?
Charles?
No, not Charles. Fucking the professor with the fake school.
Professor?
Yeah, the fucking so-called what's we call him? You know, the school he been fucking damn near 10 years
Oh,
opening this school. What's his name?
Umar. Fuck, man. Oh, come on.
Umar
Umar.
Johnson. Yo,
Yeah.
the best thing he said, what the fuck was the line? He said, keep on listening to these YouTubian something another. He said, I wrote the shit down in my notes, but I ain't gonna go to the notes right now. He said, keep on listening to these YouTubian whatever, and see how your life turns out.
Yo, I'm telling you, because you got to think like this. You got to remember, these YouTubers, they got to sell you something.
Exactly.
If they sell you something, whether it's a dream, whether it's a product, the goal for them is to earn currency. And that could be money, that could be attention for views, all that shit, right? Now, I'm not saying that the YouTubers don't know what they talking about, because there's some YouTubers out there that are real genuine that know what they're talking about. They'll give you the game. You know what I'm saying? When you see me and Big GanZzta come on and we talking about a certain place or we talking about how to move or whatever, that's from pure experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you had, go ahead.
Because the reason why we sparked it, because we was just to the chat, everybody. Me and OG Davis was just on the phone. So I said, yo, let's just take the conversation over to YouTube.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We was on the phone with each other for about half an hour before I sparked up this live. And I said, yo, let's just take the conversation on the YouTube. So we
Yeah,
actually telling y'all, that we having the conversation that we was having on the phone, we just including y'all in it.
there you go. And we was just chopping it up on the chop, talking regular, regular topics, nothing, crazy, outlandish, or trying to run, some type of, Ponzi scheme or anything like that.
Right.
He out there in Colombia. I'm on the road back home. Spent the week with my princess and my princess and my oldest princess. You know what I'm saying? So we just out, chopping it up. So we bringing y'all into the conversation. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But for real, stop believing all these YouTubers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying that everyone is a fraud or anything like that, but do your own research on things. Check things out. People can help you. I'm not saying that. There's some YouTubers out there that will definitely have good advice for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they actually are boots on the ground,
Right.
you know? But don't just believe everything that everybody says. And it's not just travel space, it could be health content, it could be a whole bunch of things. I give you a perfect example. Back in the days, I was really on cleaning out the system and all this, that, and the third. And I found on YouTube that a lot of people was utilizing this product or this thing called diatomaceous earth, which is basically like crystals off of fossils or like fossil bones that they grind up. They usually put it in plants like
Keep,
gardens.
keep on talking. I'm just going to get a bottle of water.
All right. So what they do is they came out with a food grade version, and the food grade version is the one where you mix it with water and you drink it, and those diatomaceous crystals is supposed to pop off anything that's in your intestines. So I did this shit, and you know what that shit did? Absolutely nothing. I just ingested some shit that I was being a test dummy basically. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say Don't just believe shit as soon as you hear it. Don't believe shit about a place if you travel into it. Don't believe all the health advice. You know, just like when you go to a doctor and they diagnose you with something, don't just take their word for it. Get a second opinion if you feel some type of way. Get three opinions. So this way you make the right choice. Same thing with this travel space. Don't just take the word of one person that says they don't like a place and then you automatically write it off. No, you do your research. That's all
Right.
we saying.
Right. So
So,
there's a dude there's a dude on YouTube right now, white guy. Couple, some of y'all that you do your research on Medellin. His videos probably pop up. Medellin Unfiltered, right? So
uh-huh.
he had a video the other night doing some cologne talk, right? So I got
Yeah,
his comments, and I'm talking about different colognes or whatever. So supposedly he lives out here.
right,
So he's telling me, yo, we could chop it up, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So I said, I'm out here with my people, and it's their first time out here, and they weekend warriors. So I'm gonna be over there with them over in Parque Yeris, just showing them around over there. Because me personally, I'm trying to do other shit other than Parque Yeris, but they here, they want to see that. And plus, Noose asked me to show them around to all of that shit. So I did that. So I told him, yo, I'm gonna be over in Parque Yeris tonight. You can meet me over there, right? And so he was like, I don't come over to Parque Yeris and whatever, whatever. So when I was in the park, I was talking to this other dude, and I was telling him this whole story. He was like, yo, be careful of these dudes on YouTube, right? He was like, 9 times out of 10, they telling you they in Medellin, but they not in Medellin. They doing their videos from America. I'm like, really?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would never do a video like talking about Medellin, saying that I'm in Medellin and I'm actually in America. What sense does
Right.
that make? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was just because I was telling him, yo, you can meet me over here. We could chop it up. You give me some information on other parts of Medellin and whatever, whatever, and I'll school you on this cologne game. You know what I'm saying? And then, he was like, oh, well, I'm not going over to Park Yeris, this, that, and the third. And I get it because a lot of I'm just thinking like a lot of the expats, they don't really fuck around over there. So
Yeah,
that's what's in my mind, right? But then the other dude was telling me, he was like, yeah, them dudes, he said a lot of them really ain't out here. He's talking about the
right,
YouTubers. So,
right.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, he was like, yo, you want to find out some real shit about out here, where to go outside of the whole El Poblado area. He said, yo, fuck with a Colombian. Don't fuck with an American. I'm like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. You gotta explore. You gotta explore. I mean, you can get a little bit of your foundation off of YouTube because people have traveled there and there's different things to see. But the reality is, once you got that foundation, that's when you branch out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You embark with the locals. You know what I'm saying? And not see. The problem is everybody's focus of attention is that area of Plebado.
Yo,
If
shout
you
out
if
to
you
it's Jay Clyde. I met Jay Clyde in in the vibe the other night. Shout out to him and happy birthday.
salute, happy birthday, Jay Clyde.
Yeah, I met him the other night in the vibe bar.
Yeah.
Now
So
he's one person. I think Jay Clyde, if he don't live out here, he be out here a lot
right.
for an extended time. So being that me and him met, what I'm saying, I fuck with him, you know, on some, trying to figure out other shit out here.
Yeah, but remember, even Charles told us go out the fucking don't play with the tourist areas. Go out of it.
Yeah.
He was like, get to know the locals. You know what I'm saying? And you know Charles ain't gonna lie to us because Charles big time out there.
Yeah. I swear I seen him the
Shoot.
other night. I swear that was him. But you know, I don't be wanting to come up to people and say, yo, you such and such, blah blah blah, you know. And
Yeah,
I was telling my man B, I don't know if I told you. Oh, I told Smoke. This one dude came up to me, he said, what's up? Whatever, whatever. And he had on the Carolina Panthers jersey. Both times I
yeah,
seen him. Light-skinned cat, tall, maybe around 6'6". So I'm looking at the dude and I'm talking to my man B. I'm like, yo, B, I think that was motherfucking whatchamacallit? The dude that played for the Panthers. Um, 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 Damn. Why I'm getting brain freeze right now. Ray Caruth.
Wait, but Ray Caruth is out of prison?
Yeah.
When did he get out?
He only had a 20-year bid, I think.
And that 20 years
I
already,
think
yeah,
they didn't get him for first degree. I think they got him for manslaughter.
that's 12, right? 12 to 15?
I think he did 20. I
Uh,
would have to Google how long. So he says visual height says Ray Caruth not 6'6". Maybe he not, but the dude was tall. And he
he was
looked
taller than he was taller than you.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I'm 5'10", solid. So he was way taller than me.
Uh, uh,
So maybe it wasn't Ray Caruth. Maybe, you know, like I said, I don't ask all those questions and none of that. But he came up to me and he was like, yo, Gans, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? I check you out. I watch your videos. Look just like him. I don't know if it was him, but it looked just like him.
uh,
Because my man B
okay.
was like, he was like, yeah, he out of jail, but they gave him a passport for that charge. I said, yo, if he did his time, I don't see why he couldn't get a passport. If he did his
Right.
time and he's not on parole, I don't see why not. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so
Uh,
visual height said Ray Caruth is 5'11", so I guess maybe it wasn't him. Because Duke was taller than me. I mean, Duke was,
okay.
and he wasn't taller than me by no inches. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? I mean, by 1 or 2 inches. He was taller than, he was like, he had to be at least at minimum 6'2", 6'3".
uh,
Yeah.
okay. Uh, yeah, man. Shoot. So what's next on the docket?
Hold on for a second.
Yeah,
Okay, gracias. Thank you. What's next on the docket? I'm gonna see what these dudes want to do because they stuck here. All flights, all flights to JFK and Newark are canceled.
yeah. That storm.
Yeah. All it's well,
Well,
Avianca didn't cancel yet, but everybody else canceled, so Avianca's eventually gonna cancel. So I
yeah,
told them, I said, yo, y'all better make arrangements either with the Airbnb or someplace else to stay a couple days. Know what I'm saying?
yeah,
At least until Tuesday.
yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Shoot. Yeah. When I was up there, like I said, as soon as I got up there, it was already snowing. Matter of fact, when I got to Jersey, it was
Mm-hmm.
already snowing and whatnot. I told you in my town, I was out there this morning. It was snowing, but it wasn't sticking. It was like a
Right.
mixture. So as I'm traveling up, I crossed the Jersey state line, and I'm about 10 minutes in, and that snow was coming down. But it
Right.
wasn't it wasn't sticking because it's not freezing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that they postponed. They made school in New York remote
Yeah. I know they
and
said New
whatnot.
York will get about 18 inches.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I was, like I said, I was happy. I got to spend a week with my daughters. Well, a week with my daughter and a weekend with both of them. So now they back, and now I'm just making my way back
hmm
and whatnot.
yeah.
So anything trending? Anything trending?
Out here, no. Not that
Or
I
just
know
in
of.
general? Just in general?
What you mean far as YouTube?
Nah, it don't have to be YouTube. It could just be anything out there. I see your boy won the fight last night.
Yeah, they was showing some fight. I don't even know who was fighting.
It was what's his name? I think Garcia.
But
Garcia
they
and
said,
Barrios.
but ain't Clarissa Shields fighting tonight?
Yeah, she fighting tonight.
Yeah, because they said, yo, they was like, yo, you know any sports bars where we could watch the fight at? I said, yo, just Bob, where we was at the other night. That's the only one I know of. I don't know
Yeah,
anything in Parker Yarris or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all, you want to pull back up over there, we could do that.
cause I gotta change my television service again. Cause last night I was trying to catch. Well, I was tired. I was going to sleep, but I was trying to catch that fight, or at least catch the undercards, and I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
And the crib, I should call him. He
Yeah,
he swore by
that's his That's his YouTube name from now on. The crib.
the crib. He swore by this service, and this service is trash, bro.
What on a fire stick?
Yeah, man. Cause we got this. We got the service where we get all the channels and all that. So the service that I had, which was the one that he introduced me to, that service was good. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I got I saw all the fights. I had all the channels. There's only one thing good about this service that he swears by. If you got like a favorite old show, like I like Sanford and Son, right?
Yeah.
They got a
Me too.
channel. They got a channel on there where Sanford and Son comes on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Damn.
Night Rider, huh? They got Night Rider 24 hours. Any show that you watch back in the days, they got it all year long. That's the only part of this thing I like. Oh, and they all the movies are official, even the present day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I got you talking about on the fire stick.
Yeah,
I got the True Extremes app.
right.
So if you want to connect with him, I'll send you his number. And
Okay,
um his shit is only $20 a month. So
right.
I got one, two, three. So the more fire sticks you have, the cheaper the price. So I'm paying $40 a month for three fire sticks. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? So I got the one in my living room, the one in my bedroom, and I got the one hooked up. I got one hooked up to my other television in the living room that I use as my travel fire stick. So I got that
okay.
with me. So I'm lit. I got everything y'all seeing in America. I got that. I got all my everything. The True Extremes app. All my
Yeah.
series. I'm getting ready to start watching Alex Cross again. That's in a new season. And that other joint, the movie with Ben Affleck and the other cat,
With Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. That's on there now too.
Yeah,
But that's
I'm
on
gonna watch
Netflix
that
too.
this week.
That's on Netflix
I'm
too.
gonna watch
So
that this week.
yeah, I could watch that on
Now,
Netflix or I could watch it on the app.
see the joint. See the joint that I originally had. The reason why I like that particular one because I had all the news channels I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know I was watching. I was watching Shelby. I was watching Shelby at 6:30 in the morning.
The
You know what I'm
weather girl.
saying?
The weather girl.
Yeah, man. I was watching her live every morning. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
I get this, and I'm like, yo, I put in the channel. I'm like, yo, where the hell is the channel at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they got, and then they had certain CORN that
Right.
that the specific channels that I like and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, and I had no issues with the pay-per-views. No, everything was like locked. Like I had all my stations locked under favorites. I was good. And then the crib turned around and want to be like, yo, nah, don't get me wrong. The best thing about this service, the buffering effect is dead. Like you won't get that buffering at
Right.
all.
See, now I
You know what
get
I'm
that buff.
saying?
I get that buffering sometimes with the True Extremes joint. Visual Hype says he paid $10 a month for 4 devices.
Uh,
Yeah. But
cause
yo,
I
do you get you get all the movies soon as they come out, Visual Hype?
yeah, that's what I like about this one. All the movies that come out is on there. I
Mm-hmm.
had watched, what was that? Greenland 2. Greenland 2 came out, I think, in the beginning of February or the end of January. And
Mm-hmm.
I watched that joint like a week or so ago.
Right. Right. Because like my joint, the movie come out, it take him like a week to upload it.
Uh,
And it be clear. It's no fuzzy, none of that. But I got
yeah,
another app that my man downloaded for me, and all the movies is on there as soon as they come out. But sometimes they be fuzzy.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, but
yeah,
when he drops it on the True Extremes joint,
yeah.
maybe about a week and a half, he drops it,
Yeah,
and then everything is clear.
yeah. It usually take like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Usually take like 2 weeks. Because
Mm-hmm.
that Greenland dropped before I switched to service. The problem with the service now, I mean, I'm still exploring it. The problem with the service now is with the payment. See, when I had the other service, right? That was what they call it. Uh, the name of the company is Fire Technologies,
Mm-hmm.
and the one that I had was I forget which one, but the one I got now is called Frequency, and
Right.
Frequency is good. It actually has a good deal. I think
Mm-hmm.
like who was the one that said $10 a month?
Visual Hype.
Okay, the frequency for the year is $130, so that's like 1008 or something like that a month, which is around the same price. And you could, like you said, you could throw it on all the Fire Sticks. The only thing is, like I said, is that I got to figure out how to find those events,
Mm-hmm.
because the crib told me, and I did, and I went and looked, and I'm like, yo, it's not coming up. And then I went to, it's like a whole bunch of features. It's just learning a whole new thing. I just have to get used to not seeing Shelby at 6:45 in the morning. That's the part that makes me mad, bro.
Yeah.
Shoot. I was in Joplin, Missouri every morning, bro. Monday through Friday, 6:45. Ain't got nothing to do with I live and watching the weather out there. But that booty was keeping me glued to the screen.
There's another one on PIX.
I know that's yours. That's the one you
I
like.
think I think she Dominican.
Yeah, the Spanish one.
Let me see if I can pull up.
Yo, y'all put a one in the
Weather
chat if
girl
y'all
from
know
Pix 11
Shelby.
News.
Huh?
Weather girl from Pix 11 News.
Okay.
Uh,
Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all know
yeah,
Shelby
that's right.
Shaba, the weather girl in Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah, Star
And I'm
Harvey. Star Harvey.
what
That's
you
her
said?
name. Star, like stars in the sky. Star Harvey, like Steve
Yeah.
Harvey. Shout out to
Okay.
V Swells.
Yo, let me tell you, salute the V Swells. Yo, let me tell you what's crazy about Shelby. Yo, she she's a twin.
Yeah, you told me that.
She's a twin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But get this. Her mother and father had more kids, and the second set of kids is twins too.
Wow.
So they got two sets of twins, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Shelby thicker than her sister though.
Right,
Shoot.
right.
So yeah, man. It's crazy. Cause yo, I be laughing because when we was coming up, our school teachers look like grandmothers and all that, and old ladies that hang out at the bingo hall. But these kids, they teachers look like models and all. Yo, it's wild, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The weather girl was more conservative back in the days. Now all the weather girls got big booties on that green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
How many likes we got on the joint?
16, 24 people in the building. Hit the like button. Salute to everybody.
Yeah, let's get that up. Let's get that up.
25 people in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button too.
Yeah. Share the live.
Word.
Shoot. Is it supposed to rain all night there?
I don't know. You know the forecast. The forecast say rain every day, but today was the
Yeah.
first day. I mean, it poured. Let me see.
Oh, and today is supposed to be the walking day.
I didn't see that when I went out. I didn't see they have no streets closed down.
Yo, I'm gonna find it probably because of the weather, but I'm gonna find out for you. I'm gonna hit up the homie. I'm gonna hit her up. The one I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit her up and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out where. I mean, I know it's Sunday, but where? Cause what's the name? Just did it when he was out there and just ran into what's the girl name? I told you he ran into homegirl that deal with the real estate.
Right. Big Daddy.
Cause she be on
Big
that.
Daddy Dope says, "How do you?" Oh, they okay. They told him. He said, "How do you find the like button on the vertical?" I think just double tap the screen, or you could click on my name, and then a drop down to come up, and you'll see the like button. Word. So, go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah, no, I was saying that just ran into homegirl that's out there with the real estate. The chick
Uh,
from Santa Monica. What's her name?
right.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
King H said it starts at Poblado Park, which is right. It's right down the street from me. Poblado
Okay.
Park. So
All
I'm
right.
on.
All right.
So yeah, I'm on. I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side of Carrera 43A. That's the two-way street. The big
Yeah.
two-way street. When you coming down Calle 10, that big ass intersection, right?
Yeah.
Right there, Calle 10 and Carrera 43A. I'm on the other side of that. So I'm close. I'm in walking distance to the Smart Fit. the underground supermarket that the crib always talking about.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, walking. I mean, and I could walk. I could walk the Parker too. I've done that. I
Yo,
could walk to Provenza, but at night, I jump in the Uber.
yo, speaking of which, yo, did you cop my pills that night? Exactly. Exactly.
You got to remind me of that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna remind you every day until you show me them.
You
Shoot.
got to remind me of that shit. Word.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, as soon as if you enter Parque Iris from that street that leads to Gans Corner, it's those
Right at Fire
first
10.
two. Yeah, it's those first two joints. You'll see them right in the window, the little glass display
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. What is that girl's name? That girl name right there on the tip of my tongue. She from Santa Marta. She moved out there and she got into the real estate. Uh, what's her name? It'll come to me. Yeah, because what's her name just ran into her. Matter of fact, he hung out with her his last night that he was there. He hung out with her and her girlfriends. And he bagged one of the girlfriends. And those are some working girls. Like they got jobs.
Right.
They on that type of time.
Yeah. Shout out to Freddie Mac.
Freddie Mac, salute. Another real one. Him
Yeah.
and King H are real ones.
Shout out to Will Bro for the $10 super chat. He said,
Salute
yo,
to
fellas.
Will Bro.
He said, yo, fellas, I was just on Smoke Show. Now I'm going to get something to eat. I saw you were on and stopped by to give some channel support. Salute Gans and OG Mike D and the chat. I think he said OG. Oh, he said OG Mike D, but he mean OG Davis.
Yeah. Shout out to OG Will Bro.
Yeah.
Uh, the people have been asking me about the name change and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The first one of the people that asked me, Steve from Intuition, asked me about the name change. I didn't change my name. I changed my YouTube handle because I'm not a part of this pause culture.
Mm-hmm.
All this pause. Yo, I'm secure in my manhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't. And the crazy thing about it is the persons that are promoting that started this whole pause culture, or at least was a part of the beginning of it, was Cameron and Mace. Shout out to Cameron. I believe he just turned 50. And Mace, they was the ones that perpetuated this whole pause culture. And they from our
Yeah.
era. You know what I'm saying? They from our era.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
but
like, yo,
you know who trying to put a whole smash on that. He put it on
who?
his album. Ghostface. Ghostface, he's sick and tired of this whole pause.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Every every 5 seconds, somebody, if you say head, pause, D, pause, like, yo, you not secure in your manhood? Like you ain't no funny. If you know you ain't on that type of time, why you gotta pause?
But
Pause
nah,
for
yo, I had to call pause on my man. We in Sweet Georgia Cafe. Not me, his homeboy. Yo, we had to do the super pause on that shit. Because I forgot what the conversation was about. And this motherfucker said, he was like, yo, the way my shit is coming, I'm coming harder than yours. He was like, yo, hold on that shit.
oh man.
Word.
Yeah, man. See, a lot of people don't know. Okay, Davis is my GOV. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to my grandfather. God bless his soul. They used to call him Papa D or
Mm-hmm.
or 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 Mr. D. He's the original Mr. D. So as I'm coming up and I'm growing up, they be like, "What up, KD?" or "What up, you know, Big Dave?" or whatever. And then they started saying Mr. D.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, you know what? We gonna lock that in. And that's what people been calling me for almost the last 10 plus years. So when I come on this YouTube on a panel or just, commenting in the chat and they like pause, pause, pause. So for the YouTubers that had that little bit of insecurity, I said, all right, you know what? I'm an OG in this game. So let's do OG Davis. Is that better? I go on the panel and they like, yo, what up, Mr. D? Like, wait a minute. Y'all was just crying over saying D. Now I give y'all the respect to y'all culture and y'all, oh, what up, Mr. D? Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sunday Night Smoke. He in the building.
Salute the Sunday night smoke. Allegedly, hashtag allegedly.
So yo,
Shoot,
let's well go
what up?
here. Oh, first off, um, okay, so let's go to Kite Eternal. He said, what happened with yoga? So we had a live, we had a live on my birthday, right? We kicking the shit, we having a good time on the panel and all that shit, talking a whole bunch of shit. So yoga is in the background, right? Now, before all of this, me and Yoga had it out on Sunday Night Smoke channel, right? So because of that, I wasn't fucking with Yoga. I said, yo, I'm not gonna bring him on the panel. But he's like, yo, he's in the back doing this. Like, give me 1 minute, give me 1 minute. So I'm like, no, I'm not bringing him on the panel. And shout out to OG Will, bro. He said, yo, don't bring Yoga up. You got to listen to your OGs. Know what I'm saying? So we call ourselves OG, but OG Will, bro, is the OG. He's our OG. So you gotta listen to your OGs. But I took the time out not to listen to the OG. He said, yo, don't bring yoga up. I didn't listen, right? He giving me 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Like, nah. I say, yo, not fucking with you, yoga. You want to come on the panel, you gotta pay. And y'all know I don't ask for no money or nothing like that. Not to bring, but you, since we already beefing, you gotta pay, right? He's not paying. So a couple people paid for him, right? They donated super chats. They was like, yo,
Shout out
bring
to shout out to TF. TF was the
me,
one
right,
that donated.
right, TF. Shout out to him. So they was like, yo, bring yoga up, let him rock, right? So I said, all right, I'm gonna bring him up. I bring him up, right? And he was cammed up in the background. He running around saying that it wasn't him, but he was cammed up in the background. And I seen it was him. I wasn't drinking that night, so I know what it was, right? He's cammed up. Soon as I bring him on the panel, he shows a picture of a vagina. So we had to shut the live down. So that's why Yoga is dead in these streets. And I hit up everybody, let them know, yo, Yoga. And it's not the first time he did it. Shout out to Jazzy P. He did it to her live. Know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Know what I'm saying?
and,
Smoke
and, and
said,
see,
yoga. Smoke is not bringing yoga up. Yoga is serving his bid.
there you go.
He's
And see,
he's
and see, here's the crazy thing. Uh, you know, and they said it, and it happened on Smoke Channel when he brought yoga. He didn't even want to bring yoga up.
yeah
Salute to Smoke. Smoke is definitely a real one. Smoke, if Smoke rock with you, Smoke rock with you. He ain't on that type of time. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm going with the trend. I'm trying to be famous. So I don't give a fuck what Gans say and all that. I'm bringing yoga up. Smoke did not want to do it at all. And I stand on that. He did not want to do it. V Swells, salute to V Swells. V Swells was like, yo, let him speak. Smoke was like, nah, fuck that. We not doing it. And then Gans said, you know what? Let him rock. That's the only reason why Smoke brought him up. So I didn't see it in real time, so I had to rewind it. So he come up there and he give his case, like, you know, he trying to stay in the country. You know, you even hear in the background, you know, crackling of the voice, sound like he was getting ready to cry and all that. Like, you know, he was losing all his best friends. And, you know, for a minute there, some may have been convinced that he was telling the truth.
mm-hmm.
But he already has a history. So
Right.
to get right to the point, later in the live, they have this ongoing joke, which I'm not going to mention, with Gans. And all of a sudden, a light bulb goes off in the person that wrote the comments head. And then you got Yoga in the chat saying, laughing and cackling about the shit that the person just said. And it was like, yo, and then I think he came on for a split second. Smoke, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he came on for a split second and he was cackling and all that other stuff, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, nah, bro. Had you not done that, then it might have been a little bit more convincing that you didn't and somebody set you up. But I'm going with the first part of it, and that's the night that we had the live, because regardless of what, you're the culprit. Even if somebody did it in their own time, you don't have to be tech savvy to put your phone up and show a female's private part. You don't have to be tech savvy to play in the background West Side TMZ, whom you don't like or whom you don't get along with, and play him speaking on a person that Gans already declared we not speaking about them on this channel. And then you try to be funny and put up a Paradise Life shirt and then imitate yourself like you flip flop.
Right.
And you try to do that not just on the initial live, you try to come on the other live. And Gans already
Like
know that, come on, Flip wasn't up. Flip wasn't, I mean, come on. And Showtime, we already know if you in the live right now, we already know you the truth seeker, and we don't need to go there with the flip flop and the Gans communication. Because they did have communication. We already know that you've already pulled out the quote unquote receipt of that. Listen, Flip ain't gonna be up on the phone, or if he gonna call Gans on his birthday, he gonna call Gans directly. Because
right.
they go way back. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have Showtime, if you in the chat, you don't have to prove nothing in this moment in time. because I already know where you're gonna go with that one. But salute to Showtime anyway. But the point is this: this is this
And,
is this is this is
hold on, OG. And this the other thing. He pulls up on the panel using Big Boss's name. When has Big Boss ever came over on a panel of ours?
right,
I don't even think
exactly,
Big Boss. I don't even think Big Boss knows I have a channel.
right,
Me and Big Boss only spoke to each other one time on Sunday Night Smokes channel, and that was to address something that Big Boss said on Razor Ray's channel.
right,
And that was the only conversation me and Big Boss ever had. He's never came over to the GanZzta Lifestyle. Like I said, I don't think he even knows that I have a channel. But if he
right,
does, he's never came over here. So why would Big Boss pull up?
right.
And
But
then like I said, well, like OG Davis said, he was in the background playing a audio clip of West Side talking about NYC to Fugazi,
right,
which is what everybody should address him as nowadays. Because
right,
everything that comes out of that dude's mouth is pretty much damn near a lie.
yeah. But see, here's the thing. This is the part that's effed up about the whole situation. Not just what was done on screen, but again, you say that you for the black man, you're this historian and all this other stuff, and you want to see the brothers win and all this, that, and the third, right? Why would you do that to someone? First off, even if you had beef with the person, why would you do that knowing that it could jeopardize the channel? You have people donate money to the channel on behalf of you, knowing that you ain't gonna send it in. And I'm not really, so educated on YouTube to the fact that you know he could have potentially lost his monetization. I don't know what would have happened with the super chats, whether they would have withheld them or what have you. But if you're a person that's about brotherhood and about black men and black people being together, then why would you do that to another black man? Like that reminds me of the dude that was in the Black Panthers that set up Fred Hampton in them. And he was playing like he was rocking with them. Meanwhile, he might have been held up by the CIA allegedly, but like, come on, like, why would you do that? If you talking this talk about, oh, black men and black power, and I want to have the brothers be on a cruise to go to these countries and all that, I want to put together this, and yet you would do something like that? Like, come on, man.
Right.
It is what it is, man.
So it makes me think if he really trying to put this cruise together through YouTube or whatever, and you do some shit like that, now motherfuckers ain't gonna rock with you just because if you do some shit like that just on some YouTube bullshit, who knows what this I mean, I don't know who knows what this person is like in real life, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. Yo, that rain came down and the temperature done dropped out here.
It's getting colder.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, the temperature done dropped down to 65 degrees.
well, it's suspected. It's in the valley. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's the one thing I love. That's why they call it the eternal spring. Got
yeah.
that spring weather.
You got to be ready far as you know your your clothes, your outfits, or whatever. You got to be ready for anything out here because it could be 80 degrees. You rocking out shorts, t-shirt, and then like today it rained and that temperature dropped down 65 degrees. So I already know tonight I'm going out long sleeves and jeans,
Yeah.
long sleeve shirt and jeans.
That's another that's another gem. That's another gem for the people that's in the panel. I mean in the chat. Before you go to these countries, make sure you know the season that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Like
See
mostly
now you
everybody
know
right now, huh?
you go to Cartagena, you know you can pretty much bring all shorts, t-shirts, flip flops. It's that kind of weather.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, here you gotta have attire for any type of weather event.
Facts.
The crib, he said, yo, he brings a fucking rain suit out here.
Uh,
You know, rain gear.
yeah. Cause it rain a lot out there.
Freddie Mac. I'm in Medellin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Before you go to these countries, when it comes to weather, two things. Number one, find out what season it is.
Mm-hmm.
Most of
Hold it down for a second. I'll
Yeah,
be right back.
I got you. Most of the south of the world, South America, South Africa, a lot of those places below the equator at this time is in summer. So while we in winter up north, a lot of these places in summer, and then it goes reverse in our summer months. They're in their winter months or their fall months. So that's number one. Number two, also when you're doing research on a place, like you got Colombia, you got places like Bogota, you got Medellin, you got Cartagena, and you got Cali, Colombia. If you in Bogota, Bogota can get cold. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to wear a sweater, hoodie. You might even have to wear a jacket in Bogota at certain times. Like he said before, Cartagena, you already know it's going to be hot because that's where Cartagena's position. Medellin, you got to play the balance because it gets cool at night. It can be cool. It rains a lot. It's in the valley. Cali, Colombia is hot, pretty much most of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's close to the coast, a couple of hours from the coast, but it's a place that's hot most of the year. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really pay attention to that. Like 2 years ago, I went to Santiago, Chile for my birthday. My birthday's in May, and Santiago, Chile was chilly. I'm
Right.
going down there thinking that 60 degrees is gonna be, all right, 60, 65. I can still wear a polo. Man, I found out.
That's a
I
cold
found
65
out.
degrees.
Yeah. I tell you, if you look at my pictures, it was only one day out of the whole time I was there that it was hot. It was 67 degrees, and yet and still, I was the only one with a short sleeve shirt. Everybody else was out there with a coat. And I was right there, like where my Airbnb, where I was situated at, was right by the Andes Mountains. All you saw on the top of the Andes Mountain was snow.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, let me tell you something, it was so cold, you had the vagrants in the street set up a bonfire out of a barrel. And they was cooking sausages and all that over the food, over the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it was so crazy. They was just throwing logs in the street and just lighting a fire to stay warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot.
I don't think I'll ever make it down there.
Now you probably won't make it because it's a long flight.
How long you talking? Because
That flight,
Brazil is 12 hours from New York. maybe 15, depending on the
Not really.
flight and if it got to stop.
Um, my flight down there was 11 hours from where did I go? I think I went to Bogota.
Mm-hmm.
I think I stopped in Bogota, and my flight, yeah, I stopped in Bogota.
Yeah,
Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Let me rewind that back. Cut that part right there. Take that out of the universe. First class, I was in pain. And you ain't supposed to run. I was in the very first seat of the plane.
right.
Shoot.
Well,
And
first
man,
class, first class in Avianca, it's a bigger seat and it's leg room, but it ain't no first class like United or Delta. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You fly first class on United and Delta. Them seats got mad cushion.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First class in like
You know,
first class on Avianca is like pretty much like a extra leg room JetBlue flight. And the only thing is just two
yeah,
seats there instead of three. So that's the only benefit of it
right.
is that it's
Which
only you only got one person sitting next to you, and you got a little bit of leg room. But
which I had no, which I had nobody.
Mhm.
I had
the
nobody.
goal,
But you know what the thing
the
is?
goal, the goal is Delta One, like motherfucking, the shit that fucking Ja Rule and fucking whatchamacallit, what they was arguing over, you know, um, Ja Rule and what's his name? Uncle
Tony Yayo
Tony
and
Yale and Uncle
Uncle
Murder.
Murder.
So when they was up there arguing and doing what that was Delta One. So them seats lay all the way down. Well, they don't. It's not a lay down seat, but the shit reclines all the way back. So full recline. Your head is all the way back. It's that.
Yeah,
It ain't like the shit that Shannon Sharp be taking, the shit that's on Emirates, the full lay down bed seat where you could toss and turn. You got in that mother, you could fully sleep in that motherfucker. Get a full good night's
but
sleep.
but yo, Emirates economy is practically like first class.
Right.
Like Emirates whole plane is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What you think about that Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, Unc Murder situation?
Well, I went through this. I went. Did we talk about it on the last live, or we talk
I
about
don't
smoke?
remember.
Okay, well let's
I
go
don't
there.
remember.
Let's go there.
Mhm.
I think Ja Rule was doing all his antics for the internet. You know what I'm saying? Now
Right.
I watched the interview that Yayo had with Vlad,
Yeah.
right? Yo, and motherfuckers on the internet said, yo, Vlad had that fucking interview so fast. They was like, yo, what did Vlad do? Did he pick up Uncle Murder from the airport? Cause he
Not,
basically
not,
had the interview fucking a couple hours after the shit happened.
yo, listen, check this out. Tony Yayo and Vlad is best friends.
Okay.
So soon as it went viral, Vlad hit Yayo's landline, like, yo, pull up. And he was like, I'm coming in later. And they did the interview right then and there. Like he already, no matter what, if anything happened with Yayo or G Unit or 50 Cent or whatever, Yayo's on Vlad that same week or that same day. They best friends now.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically what Yayo said, he said, yo, we knew Ja Rule was gonna be on the plane, right?
Yeah, because they told him while they was walking through the airport.
Yeah. So they knew Ja Rule was gonna be on the plane. Yes, Ja Rule didn't know that they were gonna be on the plane. So
Right.
when Ja Rule gets on the plane and sees them, because they said, yo, all these seats, all these seats is taken up. And it's only 2 seats left right in front of us. So
Uh-huh.
they was like, yo, he gotta have one of them seats, right?
Yeah.
So he gets on the plane and he sees them. They say, yo, the look on his face like he started shitting in his pants.
Uh-huh.
Right? So all them antics he was doing, and Uncle Murder, like he got on the plane, started talking that nonsense. Murder was like, I mean, not Uncle Murder, Yayo was like, yo, just sit down, man. Just sit down. We knew you was gonna be on the plane. Just sit down and shut up. Right?
Yeah.
But he started doing all them antics, talking about, yo, let's shake, trying to act like a tough guy. Right? So they said, yeah, he was doing that shit for the internet.
Yeah. Listen, Ja Rule is not a street dude.
Right.
Ja Rule has never been a street dude. The only exposure for Ja Rule in the streets is Murder Inc.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The brothers, what's their name? Chris and what's the name that passed away?
Uh
Uh,
his brother.
yeah, Chris. Chris is the one that's alive.
Right.
What's his name?
I don't know why Chris Lighty keep coming to my mind, but it's not Chris Lighty. It's
Nah, it's what's his name? He passed away with diabetes.
yeah,
Um, it'll come to me.
yeah.
They the
If
street
it don't if
dudes.
it don't Irv Gotti, there you go. Chris Gotti.
Irv Gotti, Chris Gotti, and Irv Gotti. They the street dudes, right? Ja Rule is not a
And,
street
and,
dude,
and, and Cadillac Ty.
right?
Cadillac
So
Ty
they
was a
was the
street dude.
ones that,
Cadillac Ty was a street dude.
right? They was the ones that was in the streets before this whole Murder Inc. Right? All right, cool. Ja
And that's
Rule,
mainly that's mainly Chris Gotti. Irv
right,
was really on some music DJing type shit.
right. So, and from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, the beef with 50 Cent is because 50 Cent believes that Irv and them has something to do with that incident,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ja Rule, now this is my take on the whole situation. Ja came on the plane and said, "Yo, we good." That's what he said. That's what Tony
Mm-hmm.
Yayo said. He said,
Mm-hmm.
but Uncle
Right. Yeah,
Murder,
I remember that part.
Uncle Murder, Uncle Murder is a troll for real, for real.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So Uncle Murder, instigated it like, "Yo, what up? You pee." You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, what was all that about? Like, we didn't have to do all that. Like, we all grown men. Now, if 50 was on the plane, man, Ja Rule would have ran.
Nah, 50 and Ja Rule was on a plane together before, and there was no incident.
Right. Because 50 ain't got no time for that. But I think Ja was, from what I understand, the story goes, Ja was already on the plane and he was asleep. And when he woke up, he looked to his right and 50 was right there But 50 wasn't paying him no mind. 50 was into
Right.
whatever he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they was already in the air. So what could he do?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, like Tony said on the interview, why are we gonna lose all our flight benefits and we got business in these other countries?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Uncle Murder, he ain't got no filter. He just going to rattle off in the mouth. Ah, to me, John should have just sat down. Should have just sat down, and that would have been
Or
it.
or say to the stewardess, yo, I don't rock with these dudes. Could you change my seat? That simple.
Yeah, he could have did that. You know. Now, if he would have
Mm-hmm.
stayed on the plane, like Tony said, yo, we would have had everybody ready at JFK. Yo,
Yeah.
oh man, bro. And Tony from the streets.
Yeah. Yo, look at
Tony,
these shit.
Tony,
Look at these
huh?
motherfuckers. Remember when we was on the phone? I said it was
Yeah,
like 5. Look at these
yeah.
motherfuckers, man.
I'm gonna take a glance.
Them fucking
I can't really.
mosquitoes.
Oh, they on the what? They on the screen?
Can you can't, yeah, you can't see them.
Yeah, I
Them
can't really see.
motherfuckers, them motherfuckers is swarming now.
Uh,
That fucking rain. And plus it's
yeah,
plants around here.
right.
Hopefully this cigar smoke keep them away from me.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah. I would.
they ain't come down here. I haven't what we been out here? 2 hours? I
It's,
haven't been big yet. They've been there.
but is it humid out there, or it's cool?
It's cool.
Okay, because sometimes the humidity will bring them.
Nah, that fucking rain brought them out.
Yeah, I look at the situation. Yeah, I look at the situation like this. Like y'all all grown men. Like why we still
All of
doing
them,
this?
40, damn near 50.
Yeah, listen, Ja is over 50. I think what's his name? Yayo is almost 50, and I think Unk is in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Like why we still doing this? Like
And,
that's
and, and,
crazy,
and,
bro.
and I was watching, different shit come up on YouTube, and I saw the title. It says, "Yo, why are we as black men in our 40s and 50s and our 60s on the internet beefing with each other?" And like, if you look all
Exactly.
over YouTube, different spaces, motherfuckers is beefing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? These is all men in their 40s and their 50s. Yo, every time I turn on this dude, and I don't watch him much. Um, the fat sportscaster nigga. The fat nigga.
What are you talking about? The big dude that used to be on ESPN,
Yes, no, he used to be on Fox.
Fox. I know with the salt and pepper hair. I know who you talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Yo, this motherfucker, him and Stephen A. Smith is constantly going back and forth at each other. You know what I'm
Which I
saying?
don't understand.
I don't
Stephen A.
understand
Smith.
that.
Stephen A. Smith is making Charlemagne dollars right now.
He more than
Charlemagne
sharp.
making over. Nah, Charlemagne is making like 200 plus million.
Wow.
Charlemagne got the bag now, bro.
Right. Shout out to Kevin B70. Jason Whitlock. Yo, he's
Jason Whitlock.
constantly beefing with somebody on the internet.
Oh, so yo, salute the Kev B. Salute the Kev B. That's my guy.
Shout out to Shine. Shine. They taste like what did I just have here? Strawberry juice.
Salute the
That's
Kev
what it
B.
tastes like.
Yeah, man. Jason Whitlock, they call him the biggest coon in the industry.
Mm-hmm. I seen him.
You know?
He was beefing with Stephen A. Smith. He was beefing with Charles Barkley at one time. Charles Barkley, another one, always talking shit. I seen him and Shaq. Yo, They working together, but that beef that him and Shaq had still ain't over.
Crazy.
Remember they got in that fight when Barkley was playing for the Rockets?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Barkley picked Shaq up and slammed him on his back.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
And
Crazy, man.
Charles Oakley said Barkley a pussy.
Yeah.
That was about 2 or 3 months ago. I saw that on the internet. Charles Oakley said,
Listen,
"Yeah, Barkley a pussy."
Charles Oakley was a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Oakley is a beast and whatnot. That dude, he was the real general in the NBA at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this bad boy is starting to stick, bruh.
What's that?
The snow. I'm
Yeah,
almost I'm
yeah.
almost home. I'm about like probably like 35 minutes, 40 minutes from the crib,
Mm-hmm.
and it's starting to stick where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah, man. But you were saying with yeah about the all these older cats fighting and all
Yeah,
this other
I
foolishness.
was watching, and I just clicked on it because that was the title. Everybody on the internet, 40, 50, 60-year-old men beefing on the internet and all of this shit. Like, yo, what's up with this shit?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Word.
It's crazy, man. Like you would think, but I always pawn it off to programming. I always pawn it off to programming, how they got things set up. That's how
Mm-hmm.
that's how I categorize it because at the end of the day, you know, it's like the crabs in the barrel mentality. Like everybody's trying to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to be on top. Same
Yeah,
thing with this YouTube travel space. Everybody wants to be the top gun.
right.
But think like this. If you took, like for example, Mentuition, they just
Let's
had
go
a
there. Let's go there. Let's talk about it.
Mentuition, they just had a carnival yacht party. They did a nice collaboration. They did a nice collaboration. It was Al, Steve, and it was Check. What's that? What's the master teacher name?
Master teacher.
What's it?
That's what I know him as.
Yeah.
Skyler. Skyler.
Skyler and Don Banks. Now that's four content creators that got together and put something together nice. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely lit. You know, I personally think that the New Year's one was the top. Was the
Mm-hmm.
top. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna keep it a stack. The New Year's one was fire. Last night's was fire too. There's no taking away from that. But the New Year's one was fire. They really showed out on that one. Last night they showed out. But if I had to say between the two, that what you call it. Now you got all these content creators. If we didn't have this mentality of crabs in a barrel, and somebody got to be on the top, somebody got to be the spokesperson, somebody got to be the one. You know what would a collab look like, especially if everybody's on the same page, if everybody acts civilized and they not trying to be the best one or this, that, and the third. Man, there's money to be made in that.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to be on the top. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Go ahead.
So speaking of mentuition, let's go here and let's tell everybody on the internet the story. So let me set it off, and OG Davis, he can close it out because he knows more about the backside of the story than I do because I didn't even know
Right.
what the fuck was. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
allegedly, This was like a year or so ago, maybe a little more than a year. This was around the time when Mentuition was beefing with Keiths, right?
Yeah.
So allegedly on somebody's panel, I said, them dudes ain't about that life, right? I
Uh-huh.
think it's a little bit is coming back to me now. When the dude approached me on it, I didn't remember. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let's let everybody watch it know what happened. So we in Park Harris the other night, me and my dudes. It's about
Hmm.
6 of us, right?
Yeah.
We drinking, we laughing, we having a good time, right? This dude, and people see me from the internet. They say, "What's up?" Some of them come up. A lot of them come up. They give me a pound. Say, "Gans, what up?" Blah, blah, blah. Some people they just see me. They know me from the internet. They look. They give me a nod. They keep it moving, right? So this dude, I don't know who he is, comes up to me. He was like, "Yo, you Gans?" I say, "Yeah, yeah. What up?" Give him a pound. He, put his hand out to shake, right? He says, "Yo, step over here. Let me talk to you for a minute." Okay. So I step to the side. You know what I'm saying? My man, who's a retired correction officer, he peeped it. You know what I'm saying? So when I step over to talk to the dude, my man, he just kindly walks over to the curb over behind him, right?
Right.
So he was like, "Yo, Mentuition knows my guys, blah, blah, blah. You said this, that, and the third about them." I said, "My man, I don't know what you're talking about," right? He
Hmm.
said, so he gives me the look like I'm lying, right? I say, "Yo, my man, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm over here. We out here chilling. We on vacation. I'm partying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever." "Nah, you said this, that, and the third." I grabbed his hand, pulled him a little closer. I said, "My man, don't come up to me on no fucking YouTube shit. We out here. We having a good time. We on vacation. You on vacation. Yo, take your ass down the block. Know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to have no fucking drama out here, right?" Homeboy
Yeah.
didn't know what was about to happen to him, right? Like I said, he didn't peep my man walk up right behind him. Because being that my man, retired correction officer, he can assess what's happening,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So, like I told you, OG Davis, that dude don't even know I saved him from getting yoked up and put in the fiend.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, "Yo, my man, don't come up to me talking about no fucking YouTube shit. Take your ass down the block." He was like, "Ah," and then he gonna say, "Oh, I'm from the streets." Chat, y'all know a real street nigga ain't gotta announce that he from the street. If
Yeah.
he about that action, then it's gonna be up,
Yeah.
right? So yeah. Me and OG Davis, we spoke about it on the phone because OG Davis knows who the dude is. I don't know who the fuck he is, right? So
Yeah.
he stepped down the block. OG Davis called him. He said, "Yo, you don't even know. Gan saved you from getting your ass beat." Know what I'm saying? Because his man was right behind you, ready to let you have it, right? So that's what it was. OG, you could take it from there.
All right. So anybody that's in the chat and anybody that may be in the chat from the Mafia Mentuition, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the Mafia. So let me bring some clarity to the whole situation so
Hold on,
y'all
OG.
understand.
And let me say this. I ain't got no beef with Mentuition. As far as I know, they ain't got no beef with me. But go ahead.
Yeah. So let me bring some clarity to the situation, right? So this is the situation, and I'm gonna give it to you from point A to point B, because I know all the facts to the situation, right? So about a year ago, may I make mention, a lot of people were doing fundies for trips. The most notable one was NYC The Future, or Fugazi or whatever you want to call him, right? So what happened was, I don't know if it was on Razor Ray's or Keith's channel. What happened was Mentuition was doing a fundraiser, and the guy Showtime, who's not really a fan of Mentuition, was talking shit about them, right? So Mentuition, they don't. I'ma just say this in defense of Mentuition, because I rock with them. Mentuition don't be calling nobody out. If anybody wants to challenge that, they can. But as long as I've known Mentuition, Mentuition doesn't call nobody out. A lot of times they get spoken about, right? So the guy Showtime and somebody else was talking about them, and they was having a fundy, and they had said something to me because I was talking about it, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you know you gonna defend them, blah blah blah, this that and the third." So Gans, the statement that Gans made about when he was talking about fundies, he put a comment in Breeze's chat, or he put a comment on the, you know, where you could put comments, and the comment basically said, I'm a paraphrase because I know exactly what I have the comment, is that I don't fuck with broke motherfuckers. And this was in regards to fundraising, right? At the time, we dealing with NYC The Future and Jay Rello and all that. But Mentuition, they had a fundraiser. They were successful with their fundraiser. And I believe they was preparing for Brazil for the carnival of last year. So Mentuition saw the comment, and they said they had a whole show, right? So while they had that show, GanZzta do a live, and we was talking about the fundraisers, this, that, and the third. And me and GanZzta had a conversation on that exact show in which I said to GanZzta, and he can attest to it, that what he feels right now, I don't agree with it. To the point where after we finished our live, Mentuition played the 7 minutes of me speaking on the matter, right? Because even though I rock with both sides, I try not to get caught up in the mixture of beef or anything like that. Now, at the end of the day, Gans is my guy. We've known each other for over 20 years. So regardless of what, I'm a ride with Gans on a lot of situations. But Gans will be the first to tell you, if I don't agree with him, I'm going to let it be known. That's not going to be the end to our friendship. Because he know that I don't agree with everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the details are of what was being brought up. Now, fast forward, right now, nobody has beef with one another. GanZzta don't have beef with Mentuition. Mentuition don't have beef with GanZzta. But Mentuition already stated that, you know what? We not gonna rock with the GanZzta lifestyle. Okay, cool. Everybody's entitled to their own choice, right? So this particular person, I'm not gonna name the person's name out of respect to them, unless they come on in the chat and say something, because I respect the person. But I told this person that yeah, Gan's gonna be in Medellin, which, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna do that no more. because number one, if you don't know Gans personally, and I know you, there's no reason for me to let you know, especially if I don't know what type of time you might be on. You know what I'm saying? Even though me and Gans got almost like a little bit of the same circle of friends, but certain people you just cannot tell this information. So what happened was I told this particular individual that yeah, Gans gonna be in Medellin. So you know, if you see him, say what up. Whatever the case may be. I did not know in advance that that situation that happened a year ago was going to be brought up. I thought, you see somebody, yo, what up? Maybe have a drink together and keep it pushing. But evidently, the said individual had on their mind this particular situation. And from his perspective, he was like, I'm just trying to feel the climate. There was no climate. Gans is out there on vacation. You're out there on vacation. Nobody's thinking about this situation. They're out there having a good time. If you see one another, it's the same thing. If Gans would have saw yoga, that's a whole different story. But we don't need to talk about that because yoga's not going to pull up on Gans, or at least we hope he doesn't.
Hold on right there.
Yeah.
Even if yoga pulled up, I'm gonna remain the cooler head because I already assessed what Parker Harris was all about. It was cops, 10 cops on every fucking corner, like that shit was fucking Rockaway and Livonia. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville. And you know how Rockaway and Livonia look. You know what I'm saying? You know how it looks over there in that whole area. They got 10 to fucking 20 cops on every fucking corner waiting for shit to go down. That's how Parker
Right.
Harris looks right now. Because
Right.
niggas was just fighting out there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They got a whole fucking like a mini precinct set up right there in Parker Harris. But go ahead.
Yeah. So when I spoke to said individual, he was like, yo, I was just trying to feel the climate. I wasn't really out there on that type of time. But see, here's the thing. If you got something personal with an individual and you call a person to the side, no matter who it is, they automatically gonna get on the defensive, especially if they don't know you, right? So the key that opened the door slightly was, yeah, Gans from YouTube, blah, 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 whatever. So Gans gonna respond, not thinking that this is that type of situation. But then when the information comes out, you can't expect Gans to not be on the defensive because now you calling him out on his name like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And that's why Gans responded, because Gans is like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm not out here for that. Gans said, I don't got no problem with mentuition, so why are we talking about that? That's something that happened a year ago. All parties is done moved on, and they're already on a different type of time. Now even though we didn't speak on the phone directly, we spoke through messages where we, spoke about the situation, and he understand where I was coming from. He understood where Gans was coming from, and Gans vice versa understood the situation. And I apologize to Gans because I don't ever want to put nobody in a situation that calls for something unnecessary. Because like I said, I didn't think that would be the situation. I didn't think that we was going to bring up a situation that happened a year ago. And it was, to be honest with you, it really, I'm gonna just keep it a stack with you. What Gans said, okay, it might have definitely severed whatever relationship he had with Mentuition. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's thinking about that. Everybody grew up, everybody moved on, everybody's a year older, and everybody's doing their own thing. Shout out to Mentuition. I got nothing but respect and love for them. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I got
saying?
respect for them. Listen, I ain't got no problems with them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whatever it was that I said, like I said, I moved on from the shit. I like when he asked me about the shit, I did not know what the fuck he was talking about.
yeah. So at the end of the day, everything is squared away. Ain't nobody got no problems. Ain't nobody got no beef. We not going on vacation to have beef. You know what I'm saying? Me and Gans spoke about it. I told Gans, my bad. I didn't anticipate that. I spoke with the individual about it. Everybody's cool in the gang. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, we got to do better. Like, yo, we black men. We not looking good out here in these streets together. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look better. Salute to K9 who's in the chat. K9, run it back on the replay and see what we was talking about. And you'll get the 411. Salute to K9. I think he started that baddie for baddie last night. I missed it because I was asleep or falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody in the chats. Hit that like button. If you're feeling generous, hit the super chat.
Yeah, but let me
The
say this. Let me say this, K9. We don't want to see no replay of this conversation that we having because, like we said, there's no problem with no individuals. The shit is squashed. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to. We don't want this shit going around. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some viewership off of the shit because it's nothing.
shout out to Mentuition. I saw some of the yacht parties, some of the play. I was asleep. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all definitely did y'all thing for this year, starting this year with 2 yacht parties. You know what I'm saying? Keep rising to the top. Anybody that has doubted y'all already know I rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Over here on the GanZzta Lifestyle, we gonna do what we doing. We rising, we going up. It's 2026. We got some things lined up, planned, shows. Tune into that next live that we gonna have. I don't know. We'll probably have it when Gans come back. When Gans
Yeah,
come
but I
back to
really,
the
I really ain't
States,
doing. I really ain't doing no content out.
yeah,
We just decided to spark up this live because we was talking on the phone and we just said, yo, let's take the phone conversation on the live, fuck around, talk some shit, whatever.
yeah, yeah. We gonna definitely we coming back with some fire. You know, we coming. We gonna talk. We gonna speak some facts, talk some truth. This one is definitely for the men, but the women can pull up too. You know what I'm saying? And Gans is giving me the privilege and the permission to lead this one. We about to put out some facts about a movement that is practically extinct right now. But I'm gonna give y'all even deeper facts about it because a lot of people talk about it on their panels and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Could I just tell them the subject matter or you want me to
Yeah,
wait?
go ahead.
So the next live that we do, the next organized live we do is gonna be about the red pill space. The good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm gonna tell y'all because I was involved with it. I know a lot of the players that's involved with it. You know what I'm saying? I got so much information about it. I'm putting it together so y'all get all the facts that y'all need to know about it. And we can't mix that up with the travel space or even just lifestyle. I mean, the red pill space is a lifestyle, but it's a failed lifestyle. And I'm gonna give y'all all the facts y'all need to know about all the players, who they learned from, who are the pioneers, who are the faketeers that fake like they the pioneers, you ain't gonna want to miss this one. Trust me.
So yeah, that's
And
what it is.
I could even tell y'all even deeper about the red pill, the blue pill, the purple pill, the black pill, all these damn pills. And none of them work.
None of
Shoot.
them work.
None of them. For real. And it's gonna be organized. I'm gonna have Gan set up all of the footage, time, the everything. Everything. So we trust me, you ain't gonna want to miss it. And we gonna pack it, we gonna really put it out there. Y'all gonna know that it ain't got nothing to do with this travel space or lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that you don't really want to. It's a lifestyle that we rock with, and we gonna shout out the individual on the live that we rock with. Once I talk with Gans and I go over my notes and I let them know who we gonna shout out, because we both rock with the individual that I'm gonna shout out
Yeah.
and whatnot. So,
A
but
lot of a
yo,
lot of our talking points come from him.
yeah, absolutely. And the reason why, because he's from our era. So he know what it is. But I'm gonna give you history on him too. So
Freddie
y'all get
Mac
ready
said
for that one.
Freddie Mac said Dr. York and Brother Polite. Ha!
Oh
Brother
no!
Polite is a whole different conversation.
Well, listen, let me see. No, is it not? No, Malachi Z. York.
Malachi Z. York.
That's a tough,
Yeah.
because you got to bring out all the players on that.
Yeah, that did.
That's like a five-parter.
Yo, if
That's
we
like a
talk about
five-parter.
we talk about Malachi Z. York. We got to bring my man Spence into that conversation.
Yeah, you
But
got to bring people.
I really, because yo, we when when we was working, um, me and a couple guys that I worked with on the job, we had a whole breakdown conversation, locker room conversation on
Hmm.
Dr. York. You know, yeah, Freddie Mac said they not ready for that. They definitely not
Nah,
ready for that.
that one. Listen, you couldn't, even if you wanted to, you couldn't put that all in one show because you would
No,
lose your audience.
yeah,
It would
it's
have
gonna
to
go.
be.
It's going everybody that's in this travel space. That's all that shit we talk is gonna go so far over their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They'll be sitting on the ground. That shit going they'll be standing on the ground. That shit gonna be like the motherfucking Empire State Building. That's how far it's gonna go over their head.
yeah, yeah. Noble Drew Ali,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But there's some. Listen, a lot of that stuff is time. If we go to that, then we got to hit him with the Dr. Umars, the Tariq Nasheeds. We got to get all.
Hmm.
What's his name? My man from Buffalo, Young Pharaoh, and all of them.
Oh man, that dude is in a whole nother space. And I ain't
Yeah,
talking about YouTube. I'm talking about in his mind.
yeah. Young Pharaoh and my man Siron Soon said it. Yeah, man. It'll get to the point where we might even end up talking about Billy Carson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Salute to
Trust me,
Drew G. Salute to Drew G for the $2 super chat. Salute Gan supporting the channel. Thank you very much.
yeah, man. But we
Freddie
going,
Mac.
we
Freddie
going,
Mac said all. Freddie Mac said all of them scammers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said earlier, you can't believe everything that's being said on YouTube. I'm gonna tell y'all, just while we on the subject, I followed Young Pharaoh from the very beginning, and I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I can say about young Pharaoh, aside from all the scamming and anything that might have popped up with him, young Pharaoh was a he is a very intelligent individual, minus alcohol and any drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Very intelligent individual. And I liked him so much that I lost girlfriends behind following with rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? And these girls was like, nah, you really going off the deep end, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, this is the truth. This is Bible. And but young Pharaoh, you know, once you see, this is the thing. You can't mix. That's like the scripture. A man selling his soul for all the riches in the world. You can't do that. It's either you got to play one line, you got to play one side of the fence. It's either you're gonna be a man that's giving knowledge, because you can't give knowledge and be at the floor on the floor in the Lakers like brother polite. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because that knowledge and that money combined, that's worse than King Solomon saying, I wanted all the knowledge in the world. Shoot, telling y'all, man.
Shout out to Born Ready. Royal is loyal. He said, Gans OG, go ahead, give him the whole Sonetta network.
Ah, Sonetta. That, oh
Sonetta,
man, yo.
King Tazada. I'm always pronouncing his name wrong. King Tazada, that whole Israelite, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole other conversation. That's so far
Y'all
away
don't
from
even
this.
want to, yo, if we go there, then we got to break that up into like 45-minute lives, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
can't, you can't, if we did that, boy, we would lose everybody in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And
30
King
minutes
Tazetta,
because,
King Tazetta, he's on the internet. His videos be popping up from time to
yeah,
time. And you know, I click on them and listen to what they saying, but you know, I stray away from that shit nowadays.
yeah. Cause that, you know, and then when you take that kind of conversation, then you go into religions and all that, and you know, they don't want, listen, if we ever do a live about that, I'm telling y'all, it's only gonna be 45 minutes. And we
Mm-hmm.
we gonna break that up. We could not do a 3 hour live on that, because not to say we couldn't do it, but y'all attention spans is too short to go through that.
Yeah.
Y'all,
'Cause
y'all, y'all rock with us for 3 hours now because we be talking shit. But for that subject and no and those players in that subject, you need that's a real lecture,
yeah.
you know?
You know what I'm saying? We dumbed it down on this in this, you know, talking the shit that we talking now. We dumbed it way down. But like, you know, we was when I came into this travel shit, like I said, I came into this shit for information on new places to visit, whatever. I knew what was going on. I've been to these places. I know what was going on and all of that shit. But it was never on some, you know, because everybody in this space, they just want to know where the bitch is at.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
all we start talking all of that shit, they can be like, nah, I don't want to hear that. Where the bitches at? When y'all want to talk about the bitches, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, man.
But yeah, we
So
rocked on for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I know the battery on this phone about to go dead, so I'm about to shut it down. He's
yeah,
Freddie.
what he said?
Um, I don't know what that was. I don't know if my battery's going or whatever, because I'm getting ready to shut it down, like I said. Because I just gotta, I don't know if it dropped off the internet real quick. I got the circle. You know what I'm saying? He said the travel space has dumbed us down. Yes, indeed, Freddie Mac. He said, I take it in bits and pieces. Yes. Word. Lance Stone said, Dr. Wilson. OGD, you can hear me? OGD. It says I'm still live, but yo, I don't know if I am, but anyway, I'm getting ready to shut it down. Salute to the 49 people that was in the building. Hit the like button. Yo, I'm gonna shut this shit down because I guess it started all over. I don't know. But yo, I'm out. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Yeah, OGD dropped off. So salute to everybody that pulled up. Yo, it's the GanZzta Lifestyle. Yo, I'm out.